Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Thursday afternoon. It is December the 26th. Hope you had a good Christmas. It's weird with Christmas being right in the middle of the week. But now we're staring at a new year, 2025. I'll speak to that a little bit. I think we should prepare just as much at a minimum or more than ever. And I know people are going to be like, oh, you're being all fearful. Not really, and I'll explain why. I don't think that's too much to ask, really. I don't think it's much at all to ask, especially of most people that are prep-minded like us. I'll go into that, and I'll tell you why I believe that. Also, I have a very good passage that I will share with you that I believe will resonate with you greatly. And also, first of all, man, it is cold. It's just dark, nasty cold out here. I don't know about where you guys are, but it's in the 40s. I don't know, that doesn't sound cold to some of you. I get it. But it's kind of cold here. It's just it's chilly, but it's kind of windy. It's dark. It rained off and on earlier. What a day to be in the community, right? Gotta love it. But we gotta be prepared when we're out here like this. Anyway, I digress. The drones. The drones are ongoing, apparently, and I know the media, the main media especially, has died down. The talk of it's kind of halted a bit here and there. I mean, it's still some. But the phenomenon, it looks like it's still ongoing. And the more I think about it, the more I look into it, the more I believe that it is a foreign adversary. Or something else that we can't explain as humans. I'll put it that way. But something strange is going on. Truly strange. And our government, I believe, is either not capable, not willing to admit that maybe we just don't have control of our own skies, our airspace. I really believe that. Now, I could be totally wrong. I get it. If you don't agree, that's fine. I get it. But I believe it could very well be a near-peer adversary, like a Russia, a China. It could be somebody else, too. It could be a combination of them. I mean, really. And I believe our bumbling leaders truly don't know what to do next. And I know a lot of folks, and I've believed before that, I've kind of said, it's probably our own stuff, but I don't know if we're capable of that under this administration, under this leadership. I think we give them too much credit. I think we give the government too much credit at times, even the military, of what they can do, their capability. Our military is very capable, no doubt about it. However, when I've looked into it, the drone technology and the advancement of drones is amazing in the last few years. And it looks like the United States is a bit behind the eight ball there. And it might just be showing up here. It might just be coming to light and they don't want to admit it. I think that's very, very possible. Are they a threat? I think they could be. I don't think they're harmless. A lot of people are like, oh, the drones are harmless. Don't worry about them. And I get it. What can we do about it? We can't control it. But I don't think they're harmless. I think there's a possibility that they are a threat. I mean, if you look at the Ukraine-Russia war and the havoc that drones have wreaked and the advancement of them, it's amazing, really. Even small drones can be equipped, can have small explosives attached to them. Can you imagine a swarm of them in the hundreds, maybe even the thousands, zeroing in on one target? Say, a leader of a nation on a golf course? I don't think they could stop that. Y'all. Is our Secret Service capable of stopping such an attack? I don't think so. Who is? So And then you see reports of them, and I've seen video of them. Something's definitely dropping out of them, like a spray or something. I don't know what that is. What is that? What are they dropping? I think at best they're probably spying or just testing equipment or testing the response of the United States military, or if it's our meaning United States origin, they're testing something or they're spying. At best. And if they're what are they dropping? And and I said earlier they could be fitted with explosives. What else could they be fitted with? Something bio-related or chemical? I just don't know. So that's a little troublesome. Whatever it is, our government is not wanting to tell us. And will that change January 20th? I don't know. Which leads me into the next thing. And I know people are excited about Trump coming in. And I am too. I am optimistic. I am. I believe he can improve some things. But I think we need to, really watch him closely. And he's going to do some things and say some things that we don't like. And I don't always agree with everything he says or does. Many feel the same way. But I think it's important to not get so in the tank with him that we are blind to things that don't make sense, So I think we need to look closely at that. He's going to take the oath. He's going to get sworn in and all this kind of stuff. Personally, I just wish he could do something to affect or make groceries and fuel affordable again. Groceries and gas. I mean, just that alone would be an awesome start. If it doesn't happen, don't be shocked. I mean, really. But again, I think we need to look closely at what he says and his actions for sure, and call it out when it's not good, when it's bad. I think it's important. It really is. This world is still extremely unpredictable, and it will continue to be so into 2025 on many levels. Geopolitical, economic, everything. So I'm a bit optimistic for sure, but I think we need to continue preparing and our preparations. And that's in every single phase, starting with spiritual and then just flowing down from there. All right. Food, like I said before, if you can make groceries and gas affordable, man, don't expect food prices to come down, y'all. They're still going up. They are. At best, we could hope for them to stop going up. I don't expect groceries to go down. Now, with some items, you might see that. But on a general scale, I just don't see it, y'all. At least not right away. So don't look for changes to happen January 21st or for quite a while. Okay? I don't think the food prices are coming down, which is not good. Fuel, I'm hoping, if I think it starts with energy, personally. National security, of course, is big, number one. But energy, if we could get back to some semblance of being energy independent like we were before when he was in office. You remember what the gas prices were then? Way down from what it is now. Way down from what you see now. That, if that can come down, that has that ripple effect. It can affect everything else because, all our stuff is, whether it's coming to your house at your front door or whether it's going to the grocery store, it's delivered by something consuming fuel, right? So I think that's where it starts in my mind. I'm not an economic expert at all, y'all. Y'all know this. But food, fuel, housing, insurance, taxes, national security, these wars, those are the big blocks for me. Those are the big rocks out there. Prepare in case there's no change or not much change. If it does change, which I'm hopeful, it's not going to be very quick. The border, of course, I didn't write that down. Food, fuel, housing, taxes, border, national security, y'all. That's the biggies. All the more reason to keep our preparations up. Are you planting a garden? We're in the winter now. I know it. Before you know it, winter, we're going to be solid towards the end of the winter. January, February, all of a sudden, spring's going to be marching up on us. Are you going to do a garden? Are you prepared for that? Do you have seeds? Do you need something for your garden? Can you go ahead and get that? Get ready for it. Are you planning that? It's time to do the planning. Herbs. How's your food pantry looking? Restock. Backfill. It's amazing how quickly it goes. Miss Dawg and I see this all the time. It's like we look at our pantries and it's like, pantries, plural, and it's like, one minute, we stock up good, and then all of a sudden we turn around and I'm like, dang, we need to backfill that already. It's amazing. And it's just the two of us. So look at your pantries, y'all. Do an inventory, backfill. 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? 2 is 1, 1 is none, truly. Stack, keep stacking. It's not just about food and water. It's about some other things as well. Like I said, your garden, are you planning? What's one little thing you can be more self-sufficient in? Whether that's your food, your fuel, your skills, doing something yourself that you don't have to pay for. Or, you're like me, you're not super handy, but you're good at keeping up with things when they need to get done. From your health to your automobile to your home. Ms. Dawg, we've had to deal with this, especially in the last month or so. Our health, not that our health is in crisis right now, but maintenance, going for your physicals. I hate going for a physical, y'all. I know it's not very big. It's not a big deal. I know, but I don't like going. It don't take long. I don't like going, but I did. I went a couple of weeks ago. Got my blood work and all that. Everything's fine, but I just don't like going. Do it. I don't like going to the dentist either. That's even worse to me. I'd rather get blood drawn any day than sit down in that dang dentist chair. But that's coming up for me too. I got to do it every 6 months. Stay on top of that stuff. Your vehicle. I am not a mechanic. I love automobiles. Y'all know if you've watched me any amount of time, I talk about it from time to time. I even do videos on it from time to time. I love them. I talk about them all the time. I'm just an auto enthusiast. I have been since I was in my 20s. But I'm not a mechanic. I can change a tire. I can change the oil if I need to. Beyond that, I'm a bit challenged. Okay. So keep up with the maintenance. Okay. If this truck needed a lot of maintenance about a month or so ago, it was all wear out items. The bones of it are great, but it going to cost a little money. We had to put a chunk of money on it. However, it's going to keep it going for a while. It's going to keep it going for quite a while. There's no monthly payments on this thing. It's paid for. We have the title. It was worth it. So keeping up with those things, your health, your automobiles, your home. We had to have some minor things done, repair. It's always something with a home, right? Keep up with that. If not, it snowballs. Just like your health, your automobile. If you don't do it, you put it off, it snowballs, and it becomes a big, gigantic thing that you're like avoiding and trying to run away from. And then it just flattens you down, man. It beats you down. All right. So, garden, food pantry, stack. How can you be a little more self-sufficient? Defense, security, ammo, practice. Get more of the tools. Get more of the things that go in the tools. Get more of the staples that go into the stapler. Get more. Get more. get more. Something happens, that stuff could skyrocket in price. So get it now. Just get a little more. A little more at the time. A little more at the time. Same with food. But I think, if you're preparedness minded anyway, this is not something that should break you, But we're just looking at a lot of uncertainty. Now, do I feel better about 2025 than I did at the beginning of 2024? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We literally dodged a bullet. Literally. Or Trump did, but we did too. But yes, I do feel more optimistic. However, as we've seen before, things can just spiral and change overnight. So, a lot of people are like, oh, nothing's ever going to happen. Nothing ever happens, dog. Nothing happens. Things happen all the time. The zombie apocalypse is very unlikely to happen. That's what these people are talking about. Things happen all the time. What about personal SHTFs? What if I lose my job tomorrow? Miss Dawg loses her job tomorrow. That is something that happened that is huge. Okay? How can you prepare for that? I had to put a chunk of money into the vehicle. We were prepared for that. In the past, we weren't prepared for that. So how can you prepare for these little things? Weather. The likely things, okay? The likely events that can happen. Things happen all the time. How can we be better prepared for it the next time? How are we learning? Look at your other stuff, your cleaning supplies, your medical. Like I said, your health, communications, planning. Your automobiles, your shelter. What can you be a little more self-sufficient in? Just ask yourself that. There's probably something. What can you learn? Can you learn a little something different? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to go to a passage. But my main point is, let's not stop. I know there's this high, this kind of high off the election that Trump's coming in, and yes, we're very hopeful. However, we can do that and keep preparing at the same time, just as it is an insurance, right? And watch him closely. He's human. He's human. Okay. So let's watch him and the ones around him. You just have to see. We have to see. All right. Here we go. We're going into Matthew. If I can get it open. Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. This is such a good one, especially in the season we're in, and with a new year coming up, and with all the deception, all the lies that we hear, especially from the GOVT, or even from just other people, false teachers. It's like there's so many of them nowadays. Anyway, I digress. Matthew chapter 10, verse 16 says, Behold, this is from the words of Jesus. Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore be shrewd as serpents and innocent as doves. As innocent as doves, but shrewd as serpents. Now, we're not going to go look for trouble. We're not going to start trouble. But we need to remember and pray for wisdom. And really just be careful not to be deceived. There's so much of it out there. And just stay rooted in the Word and take a step back. Remain in reality. Don't panic. And just keep in prayer. I hope that makes sense. Pray for discernment. We need that. We need that so badly. Okay? All right, share your thoughts. Let's be safe. Be careful out there. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.